DIECAST NORBZ is a channel devoted to the teen to adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say some what? Viewer and parental discretion is advised. Hello everyone out there in Cyberland, and even though the rain is coming down, you won't catch me with a frown. It is DIECAST NORBZ Galactic Hooligan, and today I am actually over here to show you the excitement that is Dreadwing. I finally got him in package and everything, and he is extraordinary. Right now, I'm actually going to be going through a direct comparison between him and his brother SKYQUAKE. And SKYQUAKE, you know I love, and you know that I actually found like certain tweaks that actually make him even more sweet. With every single transformation, he's amazing. Here he goes on the box. He is actually looking menacing right over there. Jet, a dream performance machine right over there. We actually have him over here on the back of the box also. And also the epic artwork that actually goes on the side over here. And I am still in the middle of trying to go for No Shave November. I don't know if I can actually go on with No Shave November or anything like that, but I'm here for the mutton chops. I'm trying to keep that in mind. Keep the goal in mind, Norbs. Anyhow, I'm really happy that you guys actually joined me once again, and I am super happy that you're actually all joining me and joining my channel and everything. I'm super appreciative to each and every one of you who have actually joined me recently. I'm actually, I think, 728. Let's boost me up a little bit higher and everything like that. And you know, as far as that goes, I'm actually super excited that you're excited about me, that you're responding, that you're actually commenting and everything. That is awesome. I love it. I love reading each and every one of your comments, and I love responding to each and everything that I actually do see. It's great actually having honorable hooligans like you guys actually kind of like coming in and everything. And welcome one and all to being a brand new Transformer hooligan. I super appreciate it. And now, without further holding up or stalling anything whatsoever, let us go into, and I don't know why I actually have to read this again, Dreadwing. Let's try to get into this guy and everything and see the goodness that is him. I'm excited to bring him to you. Welcome, everybody. And here we go. Two of the masterful Air Force of the Decepticon Army. We actually have here SKYQUAKE and Dreadwing. I am always wanting to call this guy Dreadwing for some reason or the other, but this guy is super amazing. He is actually coming from the Transformers Legacy Evolution line, and he is really friggin' brilliant and everything. I am loving this. I'm just gonna give you like a little bit of a trip around here and everything. As you can actually see the deep blues here and the deep reds. They're actually part of his double cockpit here and everything. All the coloring that is actually in here is just really phenomenal. I'm actually going to take him off of my desk over here so you can actually see this guy a little bit better. And don't mind me as I'm still working on my lighting situation. You may see this light come in and out every so often. I try to edit it out as much as possible to make sure that you guys aren't seeing the travesty that is my situation here, but I'm actually trying to make sure to remain the consummate professional in this whole entire realm here. But let's look at this guy over here. He is gorgeous, isn't he? Like, just in comparison right now and everything, I just wanted to bring out, I didn't know if I should have actually brought out SKYQUAKE a little bit later or anything like that, but like, you know, just both of them together are just really, really great bots and everything. But you can already see like some of the separations and everything like that they actually do have from one another. Like you'll actually see this silver that we actually have over here that's actually really awesome, and it's actually just replaced over here with just the blue color that's actually going over here. We actually have like blue and we actually have blue and gold accents all around the bot and everything, which is actually really extraordinary. Fuselage, really not that much of a big change or anything like that, but they are just really, really fantastic figures. I love it. I kind of thought that they would have actually went along with like more of a gold trim for everything, but it looks like they actually kind of like wound up giving us a lot of silver also, which actually makes a really great detail mark and everything like that for this guy. You actually have like gold on the nose cone right over here, some silvering that's actually going on right on the front over here and everything. There, the ear intakes and everything, just really, really nice. And I love that they actually worked up on the tolerances of these wings right over here, because on this version right over here on SKYQUAKE, this piece just always wants to come right off and everything, and I haven't decided whether or not I want to glue that on just yet or anything like that, even though it kind of seems to me that that's the way I should actually go, just to make sure not to lose that piece. But he still remains being a really, really great figure and everything. I am loving all the amber hues and everything going on over here into his windows. But when you actually have this guy in hand, that red just really is so striking there, you know? And I even love the fact that the cockpit actually still opens up in the front and everything, where you can actually see those double seats right there. Really, really nice stuff going throughout the whole entire thing. He just looks like a starship to me and everything, you know? I kind of wish that he actually got regular Decepticon symbols or regular Decepticon emblems right over here or something, but the gold emblems right here are still really nice. I like that a lot. His hands are still hidden, which is actually great as compared to like what we actually had way back when and everything. There goes the underneath, and then right now we're actually taking a look at the weapon. The weapon is actually not the same Gatling weapon that we actually have right over here when it actually comes down to SKYQUAKE. We actually have what looks like kind of like more of an MX missile here or something like that, or a death from above laser beam and everything. So that's actually really nice. Just in comparison right over here, you can actually see exactly how this actually all works out. Really, really nice paint job on this guy. I like it so much. It's actually great. I'm really just a big fan of this rich blue. That blue really is crisp on Dreadwing over here, and even though SKYQUAKE is no slouch or anything like that, it's actually all about Dreadwing for today. So let's give him another comparison with Mirage, Strong Arm, and one more comparison with Ultra Magnus. And I actually had to move the box over just to show you exactly how much more monstrous Ultra Magnus is over here compared to Dreadwing. Let's get Dreadwing transformed and check this guy out in his robot mode. And are we ready? And shit! As we get Dreadwing off into his starting position, and as he leaves the ground, we'll actually bring up his landing gear right over here, and make sure your seats are in the upright position as we transform this guy. First off, let's remove this. Now, one thing I actually have to say about Dreadwing is that there are a couple of things that are a little bit different from him and SKYQUAKE when it actually comes down to how he holds together. There was one thing that was actually going on where you actually use like a silent ratchet is the best way that I can actually describe it when you're actually fixing the windshield, when you're actually fixing the nose cone and the windshield to go into the body. But then he actually has something different where he actually secures a lot better than SKYQUAKE actually did. So let's start off with just removing the wings right over here and over here. They are actually pegged onto the leg by a little peg that actually goes right in here into the leg. And also we're going to move these shoulder blades right over here and bring them out. And now we are going to bring the legs down and remove them. Let's see, I didn't mean to do that, but like that will actually be a play piece also and everything. So move them down and bring them outwards just like that. After that, we're actually going to just bring this right over here and put the back tail wing right into the leg right over here, and then just pull out his shoe, and there we go. And then we are going to do the same thing over here. We're going to bring this all the way down. We'll bring his legs down, rotate it by about 90, and then bring the tail wing right over here, and then point his shoe out. Yeah, that's right, I said shoe. Now, over here is where I'm actually having a little bit of trouble with mine. I don't have like a way of connecting this slot right over here into this peg, and it looks like I might have to do some doctoring myself and everything in order to get a secure position on that. Everybody's mileage may vary on that reason alone and everything, but that's really all there is on mine. After that, let us separate everything that's actually over here and over here. We'll bring the legs around just like about 90 degrees right here, and then bring the legs down, and then we're going to bring this piece out and around here, and then there goes his head. We'll actually bring his arms out. Let's separate them, and we'll actually leave this like this for now. And now let's just make sure that this is out of the way for just a moment until we're actually ready to bring them onto the shoulders. Now this is what I'm actually talking about right here. There are actually going to be there's going to be a slightly difference between, or there are slight differences between what we actually have with Dreadwing here from what we actually have with SKYQUAKE. Over here, you should actually be able to bring this all the way down here, and then you bring down the nose cone and bring it to the back over here, where you should actually be able to bring this landing gear, and the landing gear should actually secure underneath in here or someplace in here and everything, bringing out this piece so you can actually hear a small thump, or a small, or like, it's kind of like what you would actually feel with a short rub with a soft ratchet, you know. But on this one, on my copy over here, it doesn't really do that. I'm really hoping that it just like proves me wrong when I'm actually over here just doing it on film. So just let me move these pieces out of the way, and then as much as I've actually been, oh, look at that, it actually did it. Okay, so it was proved wrong. So it looks like you actually need a little bit more leverage to get all of that in there. Once you actually have this in, you'll actually kind of like feel like a bit of friction that's actually going right underneath. I'm super glad that I was actually proven wrong on this video. So all you want to do is pull that in, and then that will actually bring everything just in this orientation right here. Once you're actually done with that, you just want to bring his arms out just a little bit, and then just bring this down, and then bring this right into this peg right over here. You can either slide it in like this, or you can actually kind of like just bring everything down, and it should actually lock and secure. So you should actually have something that looks more like this. This is exactly what I was actually looking for before. I thought they actually missed out on it when I was actually transforming him for the first few times. I'm super glad that they actually kept that into this model here. Once you're actually done with that, you just want to bring these all the way back. And now there's a second security that actually goes right in here. All we have to do is just slide everything and bring it right to where it's actually supposed to be, and then you will actually probably have a better time at connecting everything and like making sure that that your SKYQUAKE or your Dreadwing will actually kind of like really remain super secure. Now the arms that are actually over here should actually slot right in. So let me do that. So okay, I'm seeing what's actually happening here. So this is what's actually happening, folks. So when you're actually going to use this piece as the leverage to actually transform this guy, it actually leaves this piece out way too far, and this piece actually doesn't go quite set in anymore or anything like that correctly, because they actually use the addition of the bars over here to hold everything else in. So instead of getting what you actually did with Dreadwing, where, hold on, just let me plug that in. Now, instead of getting what you actually get with Dreadwing, which is everything kind of like actually being able to be situated right on the inside here and everything, and eloquently, you're actually kind of like forced to choose one or the other. And I'm not exactly sure why they actually did it that way or anything like that. But once you actually have that all connected, this actually connects a lot better. I'm trying to figure out exactly how to work it where you actually have the correct transformation and this at the same time. So I haven't been able to find out where the sweet spot is just yet or anything. But if I actually find out more, I will definitely let you know. But now that I've actually kind of like transformed them incorrectly, just let me bring that shoulder pad right over here. Now that I've actually done that, it looks like everything is actually going right to where it's actually supposed to be allocated. So there it goes. And then that piece actually goes in there securely. And I kind of wish there was a way where you could actually kind of like choose the better transformation and still hold this, because once we're actually done with this, it'll kind of look like his wings actually sag a little bit, but it works. I think what Hasbro and Takara might have actually done was just to like made it a way where you could actually just like secure the figure all together without having to worry about like anything else, any extra in the transformation or anything like that. But here we go. I'll show you exactly how that works in just a minute. But let's combine the back right over here. So now the window actually comes out, and then this piece actually sits right in the back over here flatly. And then we'll actually extend the arms right over here by the elbows, and we'll bring his fist out and then just clip his gauntlet right in here. And then we'll do the same thing over here, bring it out by the elbow, bring out his arms, and then there's this flap right over here that goes right into this. And then once you're actually done with all of that, just bring his arms down like this and bring his shoulder guards right down here, and then give his waist a bit of a spin. And once we're finished with all of that, we actually have Dreadwing in robot mode, and it's very cool. I really love all these colors. This is one thing that I'm actually loving about what we actually have over here with SKYQUAKE. Right over here, you actually have a place where you could actually rest the arm, so it doesn't go and fly all the way back or anything like that. It gives his arm a little bit more stability. That's what I think is actually great about that. On Dreadwing right over here, I think you actually kind of like lost that, so you actually can, I mean, you can actually use it as like more articulation and everything like that, because if you can pull his arm back like this, he actually looks a little bit more dynamic. But anyway, let's talk about how he looks first off, because I am really just loving all of this blue and gold here and everything, and it's like deep, and even with this this red over here right on his cockpit, it's just very beautiful. And again, I love the colors that are actually coming over here a lot more than I actually do over here. And I love green. I think green is actually just like a top color for like just about anything whatsoever. But this looks great. I love all the blue and gold and everything like that, almost like DIECAST NORBZ colors and everything like that all together, you know? So like, I can't knock them for that whatsoever. This gold face right over here is extraordinary. I love that all together. And they didn't give him a squishy face or anything like that, like they actually did with the Transformers Prime figures and everything, so that's actually great. One thing that's actually really nice about this is that Does he actually come with pretty good light piping? He comes with okay light piping. It's not like really showing all the way through or anything like that. I kind of wish it did, you know? But it could also be my lights and everything like that, honestly. But this is just great design altogether and everything. I'm loving everything that's actually going on into here and everything. I'm loving the venting that's actually going on into this abdominal area and everything. Just really, really nice mech designing and and playing around with this guy off screen just now. I think I finally figured it out. So it looks like I actually finally found the quintessential sweet spot here where everything actually gets aligned and everything like that. So it really is playing around with it until you actually find out exactly how everything thumps in. So once you actually have it, like I told you before, once you actually have the cockpit all fixed up and everything like that, it just should align just like this. And it looks like something else was actually going on and everything like that, where I wasn't getting this piece aligned as well or anything like that. I think it was actually kind of twisting like about, I want to say like about a couple of degrees to the left or something like that, and I'm not exactly sure what was actually happening there, but it looks like once I actually have all of that in place, it looks like I was able to get this sequence with this, and now this piece actually goes in here. So now this doesn't go to the back or anything like that, giving him more stability and more badassery. And there we go. I'm actually super happy with just taking the time and just like trying to fix this up and everything like that. Again, I was actually wondering if I was actually like maybe breaking him or something like that by like by doing what I was actually doing and everything like that, but it looks like it actually just really worked out. Anyway, I really love this guy so much. He's actually great, and I think he's actually been just like made that much more amazing to me by just figuring out everything that he's actually supposed to do over here. His articulation is the same as say SKYQUAKE's and everything. You can actually look up, you can actually look to the sides, you can actually like spin this all the way around and everything. He actually has like these shoulder guards right over here that can actually move out of the way and everything. You actually have a 360 right over here, uninhibited, because you can actually move these wings out of the way just a bit and everything like that, so he can actually move all around here. You actually have ratchets going up here on his shoulders. You actually have bicep rotation right over here. You can actually move this in and out as far as like say having a butterfly joint is actually concerned and everything, so you can actually get him into some great poses here. He actually has a kind of like a double bend right over here on his inner elbow over here and everything, and it's actually 2 points right over here and right over here by his forearm. You have a spin right over here on his wrist. You can actually have a spin right over here. It goes around 180 to transformation. You can kick all the way out. He actually has amazing kung fu skills and everything. You see, you actually have that leg spread right over there, so that's actually really awesome. He has great thigh rotation, even with the bulk of this design right over here and everything. He actually has amazing leg articulation right over here. You can actually have a double bend right over here on the knee and everything, because it's actually disjointed by his upper and lower knee, and you have a toe tilt right over here and an ankle tilt, so that's actually really great. Again, the only thing that's actually wrong on my version is that I don't have let's see, over here the friction is actually not where it should be or anything like that. I think what I'm gonna have to do is probably shave this peg just a little bit in order to get this working and everything. But aside from that, he is just great, just super awesome. And just like SKYQUAKE here, he also comes with this weapon that destroys them all and everything like that. It is a laser cannon now and everything, and I really love the design of this. This is actually so cool, and you can actually kind of like just do this, and then you can actually have Dreadwing over here just like undersling it just like his twin brother and everything. So they actually have like a lot of great stuff going over here. So like any hyperpowered supervillain, you can actually have them bringing the bad stuff everywhere they go. And just like his brother, Dreadwing too comes with a blade, crafted especially for Dreadwing and SKYQUAKE so they can bring nightmare fuel throughout the whole entire universe. And for comparisons, we have Officer Strongarm, Mirage, and Commander Class Ultra Magnus. Whichever way this battle actually goes, I actually think that this guy is actually a subsequently important part of this whole entire battle and everything like that. I think he is actually really awesome. I think that he is one of the best made figures that we've actually had this year, and he's just a really surprising breath of fresh air and everything, you know, made from like a little bit of G1 and a little bit of Transformers Prime. I think he's really awesome. I'm going to take you into final thoughts in just a minute. Transformers has always had these amazing stories about twin sparks that are actually split apart and everything, and I love it. There could actually be something about it though, or something. Maybe it's about family. Maybe it's about that, you know what I mean? Maybe it's about like two brothers or sisters or a brother and sister who are actually out to take on the world and everything like that. Make sure that they actually take no names and that sort of thing. And I think that that's what it is with SKYQUAKE and Dreadwing. Dreadwing is actually a really amazing bot, and he really follows a lot in the way of SKYQUAKE over here and everything. They actually come at us hard with like just great design and great ideas that actually came with this. And now that I've actually figured these guys out a lot more and everything, they've actually become just that much more enjoyable. If you actually get a chance, go out and pick this guy up. He is amazing. If you can actually still track this down, just make sure that they actually come as a pair and everything. Make sure you actually have them in your collection as a pair, because I can't think of any reason why you'd actually want to split these guys up. If you're actually going for one, I'm pretty sure that's actually where it's all at and everything. He's blue, he's gold, he's got every single thing. Love that face on him and everything. One thing I thought that was actually great about him is that they didn't really split up his face as much as they actually did over here with the jawline and with his faceplate. And I just like the full color and the full imagery that actually goes on in here. He's bright. He's actually got like just the right amount of attitude and everything like that. And I think that actually makes this guy amazing. If you actually get a chance to find him in the stores, pick him up. Does he belong into your collection? Absolutely. You know, if you're actually looking for a great figure, absolutely pick this guy up. He's awesome. And that, my fellow hooligans, is it for me for today and everything. I really appreciate each and every one of you for joining me on my trip through nerddom. I appreciate each and every single one of you that have actually joined. Remember, always, if you're just coming in today, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you've actually been here a million times already, I appreciate you so much, brothers and sisters, and I really can't ask for more. I think you guys are actually awesome. As always, the mental health check. Make sure that you're all treating each other and yourselves amazingly. Make sure you actually put yourself first, but don't drag anybody down. Remember, it's always about this. Putting everybody's chin up, right? Make sure you take all that amazing energy, that positivity, throughout the whole entire microverse and macroverse and the universe at large, and bring it back over here to HQ, because I could always still use some positivity. And as always, when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. I look forward to talking to each and every one of you soon.